Why is Aragorn's reputation as a ranger legendary? Aragorn, son of Arathorn, was not only a king among men, but also the most skilled ranger to ever walk the wild lands of Middle-earth. Before he ascended to the throne of Gondor, his actions and abilities as a ranger were already the stuff of legend. But what exactly made him so special? Why was he considered the greatest of all rangers? Let's look into the various facets of Aragorn's life, training, and deeds that cemented his legacy, and come to a conclusion as to why this may be. What was the role and legacy of the Rangers of the North, and how did Aragorn exemplify it? The Rangers of the North were the last remnants of the Dunedain of Arnor, a once great kingdom that had fallen to ruin. These Rangers were a secretive group who protected the lands of Eriador, keeping watch over its inhabitants without seeking recognition or reward. Their lineage traced back to the noble Númenóreans, which endowed them with exceptional strength, longevity, and wisdom. As their chieftain, Aragorn was the epitome of this legacy. Unlike other rangers, Aragorn carried the weight of his ancestors' failure to restore the kingdom. He took it upon himself to protect Eriador from threats like orcs, trolls, and other minions of Sauron. His leadership, sense of duty, and unyielding resolve were what set him apart from all others. Aragorn's ability to keep the land safe without the common folk ever realizing they were in danger exemplified the true nature of the Rangers' selfless service. His mastery in combat, unparalleled survival skills, and leadership in battle solidified his position as the greatest among them. How did Aragorn's unique upbringing shape him into a master ranger? Raised in Rivendell under the care of Elrond, Aragorn's upbringing was distinct from any other Dunedain. His true identity was kept secret to protect him from enemies who might seek to destroy the last heir of Isildur. Known as Estel, meaning hope, during his childhood, Aragorn was educated in history, law, languages, and the art of warfare by the elves, gaining a wealth of knowledge that far surpassed what was typically available to the Rangers. By the time he reached adulthood, Aragorn was already a skilled warrior, proficient in swordsmanship, archery, and tracking. When Elrond revealed his true lineage to him at the age of 20, Aragorn embraced his heritage and began to train with the Rangers, honing his abilities in the wild. His elvish upbringing gave him a unique perspective on the world and an appreciation for the balance between nature and civilization. This deep understanding, combined with his Númenórean bloodline, made him an extraordinary ranger, capable of thriving in both the civilized and untamed parts of Middle-earth. What were Aragorn's most significant accomplishments as a ranger? Aragorn's deeds as a ranger were unparalleled. Under the alias Thorongil, meaning Eagle of the Star, he served both Rohan and Gondor in secret during his early years. His time in Rohan saw him become a trusted advisor and warrior under King Thorongil. Later he moved to Gondor, where he served under Ecthelion II, the father of Denethor, performing daring acts that left a lasting legacy. One of his most notable achievements was leading a successful raid against the Corsairs of Umbar, destroying their fleet and dealing a massive blow to Gondor's enemies. His tactical genius and martial prowess made him a legend, though few knew his true identity. Aragorn was also instrumental in tracking down Gollum, a feat that even Gandalf could not accomplish alone. He pursued Gollum across the wilderness for months, eventually capturing him in the Dead Marshes and bringing him to Thranduil's halls in Mirkwood. His success in such a challenging task displayed his unmatched skills in tracking and perseverance. These accomplishments, among many others, proved his worth as a leader and warrior, setting him apart as the greatest ranger of Middle-earth. How did Aragorn's unique abilities and knowledge make him an exceptional ranger? Aragorn's abilities were a product of both his lineage and his upbringing. As a descendant of the Dunedain and Númenórean bloodlines, he possessed enhanced strength, stamina, and perception that surpassed ordinary men. His longevity allowed him decades to perfect his skills and accumulate knowledge that few could rival. His mastery of multiple languages, including Westron, Sindarin, Quenya, and the Black speech of Mordor, made him a diplomat as well as a warrior. His elvish training gave him insight into healing and herb lore, which he used on many occasions, such as when he healed Frodo after he was stabbed by the Morgul blade at Weathertop. Additionally, his senses were keen beyond the abilities of ordinary men. He could see and hear things from great distances and sense the presence of evil. This combination of heightened perception, physical prowess, and deep knowledge made Aragorn not only a formidable warrior, but also a wise and resourceful leader. These traits elevated him above other rangers, making him uniquely qualified to face the challenges of Middle-earth. Why did Aragorn choose the life of a ranger instead of pursuing his claim to the throne? Despite his lineage as the heir to the throne of Gondor, Aragorn chose the life of a ranger for many years. This decision was not out of fear or doubt, but was instead a deliberate choice to prepare himself for the role he would eventually take. Elrond's wisdom played a significant role as he counseled Aragorn to gain strength and experience before attempting to claim the throne. Aragorn understood that he needed to earn the trust and respect of the people of Middle-earth before he could lead them. He also recognized that the free peoples needed a protector, and by embracing the path of a ranger, he could serve without the constraints and visibility of a king. His wanderings and deeds allowed him to build alliances, gain knowledge, and most importantly, become the leader Middle-earth needed in its darkest hour. This choice reflected his humility, patience, and wisdom, qualities that made him a great ranger, and later, an even greater king. How did Aragorn's role in the Fellowship of the Ring highlight his skills as a ranger? When Aragorn joined the Fellowship of the Ring, his experience as a ranger became invaluable. He knew the hidden paths through the wild lands, the habits of creatures they might encounter, and the safest routes to avoid detection. His knowledge of Middle-earth's terrain, from the Shire to Mordor, guided the Fellowship through treacherous lands and enabled them to evade Sauron's spies. After Gandalf's fall in Moria, Aragorn took on the mantle of leadership without hesitation, using his tactical skill and courage to protect the Fellowship. One of his most remarkable feats was tracking the orcs who had captured Merry and Pippin across the plains of Rohan. His ability to follow their trail, interpret their movements, and anticipate their next steps was a testament to his expertise as a ranger. Throughout the Fellowship's journey, Aragorn's skills as a ranger ensured the group's survival and success, proving once again why he was considered the greatest of them all. His presence at Helm's Deep and his journey through the paths of the dead further showcased his bravery and knowledge. What is Aragorn's lasting legacy as the greatest ranger of Middle-earth? Aragorn's legacy as the greatest ranger of Middle-earth was not just defined by his martial prowess or survival skills, but by his unwavering commitment to protect the free peoples. He lived a life of service and sacrifice, standing against the darkness long before he claimed the throne of Gondor. His deeds as a ranger safeguarded the North and preserved a semblance of peace in Middle-earth. Aragorn's journey from a hidden heir to King Elessar was a testament to his strength, wisdom, and perseverance. His time as a ranger forged him into the leader that Middle-earth needed, and his legacy continues to inspire long after his reign. Aragorn's journey as the greatest ranger of Middle-earth wouldn't have been possible without the guidance of one key figure, Elrond, the wise and powerful Lord of Rivendell. It was Elrond who raised Aragorn, nurtured his skills, and instilled in him the values of leadership, wisdom, and perseverance. But Elrond's own story is one of immense sacrifice, resilience, and far-reaching influence that spans thousands of years. From his early trials in the First Age to his role in the War of the Ring, Elrond's decisions shaped not only the fate of Aragorn, but the entire world of Middle-earth. Click the video on screen now to discover Elrond's incredible story.